Hey, everybody. Welcome to this private session to help you learn more about the Ideal Directories platform and business opportunity. I'm Justin. I'm going to walk you through some of the features and show you how you can make some money with your own business directory coupon website. Whether you're looking for something part-time, nights and weekends, even take it full-time, the concept is very simple. Platform is very easy to use, and there's a lot of money to be made. So do me a favor real quick. Let me know that you can hear me. That is a crucial element of this get together. Just write me a chat. Let me know that you can hear me. Also tell me where you're from. This way I have a feeling or a sense of where everyone is connecting from. So if you don't mind, you can do that. And while you're doing that, let's have a look at the agenda for today. There's a few things that we're going to be going over. This sounds like a lot, but it actually will go very relatively quickly. We will talk about how it works. We will do a website walkthrough. We will talk about suggested pricing. We are going to discuss why it's a great opportunity, what you receive, top reasons why now is a really good time to start, and also do a platform / dashboard overview, demonstration, whatever you want to call it. Then, of course, we'll have a live Q&A so you can prep your answered questions. Don't prep your answers, prep your questions so that I can answer them. So let me just make sure we have some folks chiming in on the chat, which we do. Excellent. Reports of it being choppy. Is that just one person or are the rest of you experiencing this? If it does any good, I will try and go slowly so that if there is some choppiness, hopefully it won't cut out entire words or sentences, but rather just little bits and pieces. Anyone else who has that problem, just please let us know as well. We are using new software for this, so the more we know, the better we can prepare for next time. So, all right, let's dive right in and talk about how this all works. So, with Ideal Directories, we help you launch a local business directory and coupon website just like this one for your town or city. Now, it's fully customizable with your brand, your colors, your domain name, because after all, it's 100% your business. Now, this is where consumers can come and search for local businesses and coupons in your area. And because the site is fully responsive, mobile optimized, it works on both desktops and smartphones, of course. The way you make money is by selling listings and advertising to local businesses. So the concept is that local businesses pay you to advertise on your site. Consumers come to your site to see what businesses have posted, what information they have available. Now, what's nice about this is because it's all digital, there's nothing to print, nothing to mail. It's much more affordable than, for a business to do paper coupons, for example. And it's also much easier to sell. Think about how much local businesses are currently spending to advertise in a local newspaper or even like a Valpak, for example. It can cost well over $500 per week. You can help businesses save a ton of money and still generate a substantial income for yourself. Now, every business on your site will get their own profile page. Looks like this. And this is where all their coupons and deals and their photos and their videos and a lot more are all located. Now, it's almost like you might say a mini website for their business. So even businesses that don't offer coupons will still benefit from being on your site. Every profile page is also search engine optimized, which will not only help boost traffic to your site, but will increase exposure for the business, making these profile pages extremely, extremely valuable. Now, let's go to the advertise page for a second. Here, you're able to set your own prices and charge businesses whatever you want. We normally recommend starting off charging each business anywhere between $50 and $100 per month, which is very affordable. And look, if you get 100 businesses signed up, which isn't very difficult because there are thousands of businesses in your area who need this, that's $5,000 or more per month in recurring revenue. And that's the name of the game here, recurring revenue. Now, if you're wondering, well, what makes this such a great opportunity? The answer is because the market for online advertising and digital coupons is exploding right now. Businesses are moving away from old school advertising and paper coupons, and they are moving toward digital. One of the interesting things that you've probably seen is that a lot of more internet ads are popping up in your internet searches, and a lot fewer things are coming in the mail. That's not a coincidence, because small businesses want to advertise their business and coupons online, but quite frankly, they don't have a place to do it locally and affordably. Sure, there's a handful of national companies like your Groupons, but most of these daily deal sites are actually failing because their business model is flawed and frankly not really sustainable. When you consider that businesses have to actually offer their product or service at sometimes half off just to bring someone in the door, it may be a great deal for the consumer, but that model just doesn't make sense for a business owner, because what does make sense is a local website where merchants can pay an affordable fee to advertise their business, promote their traditional coupons online. There's a huge gap in local online marketing that you can actually fill with an Ideal Directories website. So you're giving local businesses exposure with online advertising, and you're helping consumers save money by putting this in a place they can actually find and save and get, all while you make money running your own business. Now, the best part is that you don't have to worry about any of the technical stuff, and I'll demonstrate that for you because we help you get your site set up. We provide you with the hosting. We offer you training and support. We optimize your site for the search engines. We even strategize with you and give you tips on how to drive traffic to your site using social media and lots of other different creative, unique ways. We also give you marketing material that you can help promote your business. Essentially everything you need to be successful, at least in our eyes. All you have to do is go out and sell the listings to local businesses in your area, and you can sell them to restaurants and bars and bakeries and boutiques and auto repair shops. Just about any type of business can benefit from being on your site. The more exposure, the better. And if you're not comfortable making sales, which does come up from time to time, heck, hire a local sales rep to do the selling for you, because the more listings and ads you sell, obviously, the more money you're going to make. And businesses can even sign up themselves, and the money will automatically get deposited into your account. So even if you sign up just one business each week, that would actually equate to a few $1,000s a month in your first year. And we're talking still like the $50 a month range. It's really the perfect opportunity for anyone with sales and marketing experience, or who just wants to work from home, do something on the side, earn some additional income, and run their own real business. So why now more than ever? Is it a good time to start? Well, luckily for you, we've put together a list of some reasons why we felt that was the case. And I want to go through some of these with you now. So just recently, we did a webinar that focused on some of these things. We're going to go into some detail here. So first is that internet usage is skyrocketing. So now, since this whole COVID situation, it's really kind of forced millions of Americans to stay home. And internet usage as a result has surged and has actually changed consumer behavior, I would argue permanently, because people are using the internet for everything. What's also interesting is that the fact that we have so much increased usage of the internet opens up a big opportunity for you to be able to capture what you might consider a captive audience. The second thing is that local advertising options are limited. In many markets, printed newspapers and direct mail has actually stopped or has been suffering for a long time, leaving local online advertising like directory websites as the only real option for businesses to continue to market themselves. That is a problem. Next, the COVID situation has made many businesses rethink their open hours and also other details about their business. All the things about how they operate have been kind of thrown up in the air, and where they fall is surprising even them. Things will continue to change though, and a directory website helps customers stay informed about any and all changes that a business might go through. Next, tight on cash, consumers have been changing their shopping behaviors, actually seeking more coupons and deals, especially online, again, because not as many things are showing up in the mail. from local retailers. Cutting paper coupons may not be the cool thing to do, but saving money with digital coupons certainly is. So that's a big one right now. The next thing we have to look at is that millions of people depend on local businesses for both jobs and shopping. Starting a website that promotes local businesses can help merchants make it, even when pitted up against the big box stores in any economic environment. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic has actually made a lot of people appreciate working from home. I know I have. And let's be honest, life is better this way. Okay, so why not keep it that way? When you run a business directory and coupon website for your area, this doesn't require you going into an office, doesn't even require you going out into the field to sell. A lot of people are selling strictly over the phone via email, Facebook messaging, etc. Then we talk about how easy and affordable it is to start. Remember, we're helping you get your directory website set up. And quite honestly, you can have it up in as little as 24 hours. Right now, of course, you know this, you can get started for our monthly rate with 0 additional setup fee, which is huge. Last but not least, why do this now? Because selling listings on your business directory and coupon website is a great way to have a strong form of recurring passive income. How much exactly? Well, actually, let's take a look at a chart. So I consider this very simple because you make money selling business listings and advertising on your site. This chart shows you how much you can make if you charged an average of $50 per month for each business to be listed on your website. Now, remember, this is just a suggestion. You can change or charge businesses as much as you want or as little as you like. And again, if you're not great at sales, you can certainly hire someone to do this for you. So you'll see that we start off with 25 as the lowest number because let's be honest, that should be the absolute minimum that you're going to be focusing on in terms of listings on your site that are being paid for. And then of course it goes way up from there. And the nice thing again, when you're talking about recurring income, is that our system will process the monthly charges or the yearly charges for your clients automatically. So when someone self-registers for a listing or you sell it to them manually, regardless, their card is going to get charged every month or every year automatically. You don't have to do anything. And you can even have it set up so that it'll retry the card in case it fails. So we're really talking about a hands-off way to get clients set up with a way to advertise their business online with all the most important information about their business, drive more traffic, get more backlinks. It's a very powerful value proposition that you'd be making to your potential clients. So, believe it or not, we've gone through everything, and it's only been 15 minutes. I promise you this would not be long. The concept is simple, and I can go into a dashboard overview right now. I'm going to take a quick pause for questions, just in case there are things about what we just discussed that you're like, hold on, Justin, that's not making any sense to me. I'm only going to pause for a minute or two because we do have obviously the demo to go over, but I want to stay on topic for as long as we can when it comes to addressing your questions. So you can use the chat to ask any questions. I'm going to get my next screen queued up so that we can get into the demo. Someone's asking if the video recording will be sent. Yeah, we'd like to. Last time we did this, we had some issues with the recording and we weren't able to. We would love to, and that's our intent. We would like to send this to you afterward. Let's get this squared away here. Oh, there we go. I got my dashboard set up already. All right, so I see some questions coming in. They actually have something to do with what we're about to go over. So I'm going to put those off for now, but don't hesitate to write in your chat for questions about stuff we just talked about. I could always swing around to the end and get them. So no worries there. Okay, so now that we're in our dashboard, I want to point out a few things that I find really important that help you understand how easy it is to get this site up and running. So first things first is that you do have a dashboard kind of overview, which allows you to see what's going on with the site. You can see lots of different things from this screen. Now, the general settings screen allows you to make controls like connecting with Stripe. So one of the things you can do, like I said before, is the ability to set up automatic credit card transactions for your customers who sign up with you. And what's important is that you don't have to worry about recharging their card every single month and that their credit card could just be processed automatically. So we have a really cool integration with a company called Stripe that handles all credit card processing. It's very quick to set up if you don't already have an account. That gets linked up automatically. Now, you can also assign, like I said, any domain name to the site. So you can do that. We have very simple step-by-step instructions of pointing it live. Lots of people will point their site live the same day that they sign up, especially if you have a business name in mind for your directory. By the way, we do also offer a lot of suggestions and tips and ideas on how to name your directory if you're unclear or unsure of how to actually name it. Depending upon the area that you plan on serving, we can come up with some suggestions that will help you focus on that area. You can, of course, add your own logo. Now, we do offer logo design services if you need it. You can also source a logo from anywhere you'd like, or maybe you know a friend that's got some graphic design skills, and you can get a logo uploaded. It's very easy to do. You could change colors and fonts and images and all this sort of stuff on the site. Very straightforward. One of the really cool things that I like to point out to people is something called the prospecting tool. So I'm looking back at some of the things that folks have entered in for areas that they're looking to perhaps focus on because they put in where they're from. And I see one for Grand Rapids, Michigan. So I want to show you what this looks like. All I have to do is start typing in the location area, and then I select it from the dropdown. And then I can put in a keyword or an industry term if I want to. If not, just click on search. And this will show me a nice long list of all the businesses in and around Grand Rapids. So if I'm trying to build my directory up, this is a great way to figure out who my prospects are going to be, who my potential clients are going to be. And if you want to actually start creating listings for these businesses, which is really a great technique for getting the site set up and up to speed, you can go in and bang, 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 click create listing for each and every one of these businesses that you want to add to your site. And we load in a lot of the publicly available information about the business, like the address and the phone number and the map with directions, hours of operation, payment methods they accept, links to social media. All that stuff kind of gets pre-populated, which saves you a lot of time when you're putting these things together. Because a lot of times what people will do is they'll add 20 or 30 listings to the site to get it kind of up to speed, make it look good, make it valuable to consumers. And then they go out and actually convert those listings to paid listings and enhance it with additional information, reviews, email forms, coupons and deals, events they have coming up, and things like that. So this is a really, really cool feature that's included when you sign up as access to this prospecting tool. You can also manage all of your listings right from this screen, and you can add new listings right from this screen. So this is if you know the name of the business that you want to add, you can go and type that in. And again, we're actually going to pull in all publicly available information about the business and insert it into the listing, which will save you time. You can control all your pricing from the Manage Plans page. So as you saw, you have 3 different plan options you can offer your customers. You'll usually have a small, medium, large in terms of the price you're going to charge them. And you can make any edits to these as you'd like. You can even set yearly pricing as well. So going back to this site, on the advertise page, you notice that you have the option to pay monthly or pay yearly. And we usually recommend doing like a 10 times multiple on the yearly to save people 2 months worth. But you'll be surprised at how many people opt to sign up for the year because obviously who doesn't want to save money, right? So this is really a great feature that will maximize the amount of income you have coming through the site as early on as possible. And you have total control over how you structure these plans, which plans have which features. If you want to really dial down the features in your basic plan and really dial up the features in your premium plan, you can do any of that you'd like. Of course, we will consult with you about best practices and our suggestions during your kickoff call, which is included when you sign up. We do a 30-minute kickoff call that talks about everything that you might need to know about getting your site off the ground, and we help you strategize one-on-one. Now, you also have control over the categories in the site. You can have as many categories as you want. You can have subcategories. You can rearrange these as you wish. You have built-in statistics, so you can see how people are using the site, which pages are most popular, things of that nature. You also have pages on your site that you can modify, edit, however you'd like to. That's all done from the Manage Pages tab. And you can even add, as we said, salespeople or different account users by going to the account user screen. So you don't have to share your login with other people who are on your team who are helping you manage the site. In addition to that, you also have access to be able to hook up your site to social media. So one of the things we like to recommend to our clients is to add or set up social media accounts for your directory. So if your directory is going to be, savings in, or save in GrandRapids.com, for example, you're going to want to set up a Facebook page and perhaps an Instagram page for Save in Grand Rapids. And then you're going to link that up to your site so everything kind of coexists. So we have a lot of tools here built in that are going to help you maximize the exposure you get in your market, help you maximize any social, networking that you decide to do. And it's really a two-way street in terms of social and your website. I could probably show you a few more things in the dashboard, but I'm not trying to show you too much because ultimately this platform is exactly as simple as I'm showing you. There aren't any hidden features or things or code to access or anything like that that are going to prevent you from getting this site up right away. We've done all the groundwork in terms of formatting the site to make sure that it's designed in your best interest, in your client's best interest, in your consumer's best interest. And that's all so that you don't have to spend the time, going to school to learn how to use this or have to strategize and how should I structure my site. All that thinking has been done for you, so you can just plug in your brand, your pricing, your info, and run with it. So that's your platform demo. If there are questions on that, I'll be happy to answer that. In fact, let's just talk about any and all questions you could possibly have, because we're at that time in the show where we are ready for questions, and we do have the ability to answer them, or I should say ask them in the chat. Now you're probably noticing that you're not seeing anyone else's chat. That's by design. You can only see the questions you ask. However, for questions that I want to get answered, I'm going to show them to the crowd so that we can all see the question at the same time. If I can remember how to do that, because I've only tested this platform one time and it sort of worked. So let's see what we have. Is this business opportunity open to Africa? I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria. Cool. Okay, let's see if this works. I marked this as a question and supposedly you can all see it. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but yeah, I mean, could you work this overseas? Sure you can. There are some limitations. I'll be perfectly frank with you. I'm not sure what the language difference is there, but our system is built 100% in English. So if that's not a barrier at all, shouldn't be too much of a problem. There probably are some things that are going to feel a little bit weird if you're using this in Africa. This is designed to work in a US city. Our prospecting tool, last time I checked, though, does work in Nigeria. If you want, you can reach out to someone on the sales team here. I think you might have been talking to Todd, and you can get your questions answered in terms of exactly what, like the prospecting tool might look like for Lagos. So I don't know how to close this. Do you guys all see this question? Oh, now you see it. And now I'm gonna close it. Okay, that didn't work exactly as planned, but let's see. Next question is, what marketing materials do you offer? Okay, now you should all see that question. What marketing materials do you offer? It's a really good question. The marketing materials that we offer are pretty broad. I'm going to highlight a couple of them for you right now. So the first thing is going to be a beautiful 4-page brochure, which I'm going to load up in a different window for you. Give me 1 second. I was kind of expecting this question, but unfortunately I didn't have the answer perfectly lined up and ready to go. So give me 1 second. Okay, so some of the things that we offer you is a really great 4-page brochure that looks like this. And this is something you're going to put into you're going to print on like an 8.5 by 11, sorry, a 9 by 11 by 17. It folds down to an 8.5 by 11. It's really cool, and you can customize this however you want. You can have us customize it as well. This is probably the biggest asset you have in terms of a marketing piece that you have access to. I'll show you another one. We also have a press release template. Press release template is designed to allow you to be able to tell every media entity in your area that you now launched a new site that's going to help businesses spread the word about themselves and also help consumers save money. So this is what this looks like. We give this to you right out of the gates as soon as you sign up. Another big marketing material is going to be the 100 ways to market your directory. This is an ebook that we give you so that you can understand. And do you have to do all 100 of these? No. If you chose about 5 or 10 of them that you felt jive with your personality the best, you're really going to hit the ground running in terms of marketing it. A lot of these are free. A lot of these are things that you don't need to invest in, very minimal investment. Others require an investment. All depends on what works best for you. We also have sales scripts that you can work off of. We have sales strategies and tips you can work off of. We have advertiser order forms if you want to do old school signups with folks. We have lots of great things, a sales flyer, a one-page sales flyer, lots of great things that will hopefully help you do all your marketing in style. All right, next question is, can you demonstrate how to add a business to a website? I sure can. So from your dashboard, all you have to do is go to, now remember, there are two different ways to do it, right? The first way was to go to manage listings, click add a listing and start typing in the business name. The second way to do it is local prospecting tool, type in your area. And because I want to do a restaurant, I'm going to type in restaurant and then click search. And now we have a list of all the restaurant type businesses in and around Grand Rapids. And again, we're giving you address, name, phone. We show you if they have a website or not so you can check it out, and then options on creating the listing. So if I want to add a listing for Osteria Rosa, sometimes I like to check their website to see what it looks like. I know I can grab some cool photos from here and stuff like that. And then I put them into a category, which would be restaurants and food service, and I click create listing. That's it, listing's created. Now, by default, like I said, we are pulling in information about the listing that we get automatically for you to save you time. Now, you can make additional enhancements to this, including adding photos and videos and testimonials and coupons and promotions, events, et cetera, et cetera. That's some of the things you might want to do when you first get your site created, is take a couple minutes to add those details in. But ultimately, adding businesses to the site is as easy as this. It's just one click. All right, next question is, how does the payment work? The client gets paid directly, and how do I receive my own payment? So I think what you're trying to say is, what about how do we get, how do you get paid for the work that you're doing for your listing? So there's two different ways. The first way is that from the advertised page of the site, your client can actually go right from here and sign up. Now, if this site, actually, let me go back to this site where we have get started buttons. So this site has already been set up with Stripe, which is the payment processor. So you can go right into here, click get started, and then your client will be able to sign up for their listing right from here. Now, this money obviously gets deposited right to you. We don't take anything from this. We don't profit share. It goes to you. So that's option number one. Option number two is you do it on behalf of your customer. So if you're doing an in-person sale or you've sold them personally, you'll actually go through the same process and pretend, almost as if you're them, punching in their credit card information and processing it like that. Everything is done through the site. Someone is asking, how do we drive traffic to the site? And that's, again, a great question, because look, the more traffic you drive to the site, the better it is going to be for your clients. And that, I would probably suggest you take a look at our 100 ways to market your online directory, because there's probably literally 1,000, but we've just selected the top 100. And if you, again, choose 5 or 10 that jive with your personality and your capabilities, your skill set, I think you're going to do a really good job of driving traffic to your site. Next question is, what's the maximum number of businesses you can have on the site? So there is a max number of listings you can have on the site, and that is depending on which plan you sign up for. With us, we do have 2 different plans that I am going to pull up for you on the pricing and sign up page of our site. So right here, you will see that we do showcase the max number of listings you can have on the site, which is 5,000 for our monthly plan and 10,000 for our yearly plan. If you ever needed more than this, we do have very affordable options to increase the number of listings you need. So do not worry about that. I should have marked that as a question that I answered. I don't know what the benefit of doing this is. I don't know. I don't know yet. Okay, do I need a business checking account to process payments? No, that's a very common question, actually. When you work with Stripe, it's the payment processor, they don't require a business account. You can hook it up to any account, personal account, whatever. So it's not a requirement to get started. Some people like to do that beforehand, but it's not technically a requirement at all. Do the businesses manage their own site, such as offers and hours? The answer to that question is a resounding yes. You do have the ability to set up each and every listing with their own user login information. So let's go back to my dashboard here and click Manage Listings. And what I can do is go to Edit User for any of my listings, and then I can actually add their email address, create a password for them, and now they can log in to make updates themselves. I would suggest that you assist them, especially in the beginning, with getting updates made on their behalf, because ultimately, the more accurate the information is in your site, the more it benefits you. Good question. Someone is asking, it seems that to make any real revenue requires 100 plus customers. How do you manage that large of a customer base? Well, I have good news for you, Frank. This is a solution that does not require a lot of hand-holding or maintenance from your clients on a regular basis. What's really nice about this platform is that, and I guess about the whole industry in general, is that business owners have sort of a set it and forget it mentality when it comes to their listing. So long as the site looks good and they like you and it's not expensive, you're not really going to be hearing from your customers. Now, as I just stated, you can let your customers log in and make changes themselves. If you wanted to make changes for them, sure, it adds a little bit of, extra work on your part, but because making changes to these listings is so easy, it's not going to take up much time at all. It's not uncommon for people to have well over 100 different listings. And if you have independent salespeople who are going to be working for you, usually they're on a commission-only basis, you'll be able to assign them some of the tasks associated with keeping stuff up to date if you, again, are taking on that responsibility as a company of making updates to the sites. But just real quick, I don't think I actually looked at this with you all yet. When we're going to make changes to listings, all we have to do is click Edit Listing from the dashboard. And this takes us into the Edit Listing screen, which is the same screen your client will see when they are logged into your site. And you can make any changes you want. All these fields are blank right now. I can add them in. I can upload images. I can add menus or attachments, hours of operation, add reviews and videos and all this stuff right from here. Very quick to go through. And because all these listings are built on the same platform on the same site, if you've done one, you can do them all. The process of going through multiple changes, if you needed to make them at the same time, very, very straightforward. All right, good questions so far, guys. Next question is, do you offer SSL security for the website? Yeah, we absolutely do, Benjamin. That we consider that a very, very, very high priority. As you may or may not be aware, SSL certificates are what allow you to have an HTTPS connection on your site right here. This is what is being looked at very closely by a lot of the search engines to determine whether your site should be ranked high. The search engines do not want to be pushing people to non-HTTPS or non-encrypted internet connections. So having an HTTPS connection is really an essential. And it is something that, again, you get automatically. As soon as you assign a domain name to the site, SSL certificate is issued, and then you are good to go from there. Next question is, do we have to pay hosting fee if we buy the one-time payment? So I just want to make this clear. We don't have a one-time payment option. What you saw was a yearly payment option. So on our pricing page, $1,500 is per year. So what it's doing is it's actually saving you 2 months, kind of similar to what we suggest you do with your listing. You pay for the year up front, you save 2 months worth, and then you get a couple of additional benefits. So hosting is included with all these programs. No matter which plan you sign up for, hosting is included, SSL certificates included, support and assistance is included for as long as you remain a customer. And then the same person asked if there's an app version of this. No, we don't do apps, and that's by design. If you're like me, you've got 120 apps on your device and you only use about 8 or 10 of them, and you're not about to start using any new ones. That's pretty much user behavior at this point. We get us into a situation where we get overwhelmed with the number of apps that we have on our sites, on our phones, and then adding new ones or using new ones just becomes a huge hurdle. So app builders have long had the struggle of how do you get more people to download the app and how do you get them to use it? You think marketing a website, has a couple of steps involved. You have no idea what it's like to market an app. That is just a whole different level of headaches and nightmares that I don't think you want. So for that reason, we never got involved in apps, and it's by design. It's for your own benefit. Someone is asking that I already have a domain name registered. How do I link the website and domain name? That's a very, very easy thing to do. Right from the general settings screen of your dashboard, we do have step-by-step instructions on how to connect the domain name to Ideal Directories. So if you click this link and follow the instructions, your site will be hooked up to Ideal Directories. I don't want to say instantly, but pretty much instantly. Some of the domain name providers, depending on who it is, will take up to 48 hours to point the domain name live, but it's usually much, much faster than that, and you'll be live pretty much immediately. Okay, and I think I skipped some back here, so I'm going to quickly take a look. Did I miss any? I don't know, my first time using this. Oh, we have questions too. Oh gosh, no wait. Did I answer these already? Okay, I answered these, go. I thought I missed some. Still getting used to this, guys. All right. I think the questions have actually dried up at this point. This was a little sooner than I thought they would. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds for you guys to post some more questions, and we'll go on as long as it takes me to answer them. I don't mind. I want to make sure that you all get what you're looking for in terms of information here. I do recommend that you do try to schedule your kickoff call once you do get signed up. Schedule your kickoff call about a week or so after you sign up. It's nice to be able to get using the platform a little bit, and then we can strategize together about a week after you sign up. So if you feel like you might not have time right now to do a heck of a lot with the site, don't let that stop you from getting started, because your kickoff call, like I said, generally doesn't happen until a week after anyway, and that's when you can really get things up to speed and going. And again, when it comes to getting your site looking its best, our team can certainly help you with that to make sure that you're making a really strong impact on your potential customers, your potential shoppers, as quickly as possible. One other thing that I do want to mention is we have a really cool coupon codes feature. So if you did want to offer any sort of incentive to your customers to be able to sign up at a discounted rate, especially when you're first getting the site launched and getting your first few customers, you might want to give them the option to pay a little bit less than your published pricing. And you do have the ability to do that from your plans page in your dashboard. You can set up coupon codes. So you can have like save 20, and then you can have 20% off coupon that people can use when they sign up on your site to save some money. So that's a really cool feature. Someone's asking, how do I start after I purchase? Well, you're going to get immediate access to your dashboard, and you can literally immediately start. We do send you kind of a checklist of things you should be doing, to check off over the first week or so, and we spell everything out for you so you know what the best steps are with moving forward after you sign up. Hopefully that helps. All right, well, I don't want to keep you all here any longer than you need to be, so I think we might cut it off here, and I really appreciate all of you for attending. We had a much larger crowd than I thought. I really appreciate that. I wish you all a very happy rest of the week. Thanks so much for your attendance and your attention. If you have anything you need, contact us, sales@idealdirectories.com. If you have a sales rep attached to you that you've been speaking with, you can reach out to him or her as well, and we will take it from there. So long, everyone. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.